791, 791,
Yeti Uncle John. Yeti Uncle John, where are you? What? I'm here. Yeti Uncle John, don't speak with your mouth full. I'm just having me 11s. What do you want, anyway? We need your help. We? Who? Paul. He's requested us. Oh, really? Requested us in what way? Requested us in that he needs us. He needs us to do another one of those shows. Another of those shows? Yes, the Yeti Spaghetti Show. Oh, has he got technical problems again? Oh, well, I think so, maybe. Or anyway, something's come up. There's always something with that boy. Yes, well, we better get started. We'll tell more anecdotes, huh? Oh, yeah, all right. What about Trevor? Trevor, the ostrich in New Zealand and things like that? Yes. And I'll tell them about doing more of my scientific, partial successes. Yes. Okay, then let's get going. Run that theme music. Yes, the Yeti Spaghetti theme music. Yes, of course, absolutely. Hello and welcome to the Yeti Spaghetti Show. With me, Yeti Uncle John, and me, Comedy. Yes. We're not that shy. No, we're not that shy. No. Come, join us. Yeti Uncle John, will you stop eating? We're supposed to have started the show. What? I'm just finishing my brioche. I've got a cup of tea here as well. Oh, you are disgusting. Hello and welcome, listeners to the Yeti Spaghetti Show, which is, it's the little show I do with Yeti Uncle John, who is busy eating. I'm finished now. I'll drink a cup of tea, but hello, it's me, Yeti Uncle John. Welcome back to the Yeti Spaghetti Show. Apologies that you caught me unprepared. Yes, well, hopefully not too unprepared. It's good to be back. We are filling in today for the Charlotte podcast, and we have more tales from our past. Yes, more tales, and maybe some furry ears as well. Yes, furry ears. Oh dear. Yeah, it's good. Sorry, can I just take a slurp of my tea? Oh, please do. Oh dear. Oh, Yeti Uncle John. Oh dear. I apologise, listeners, for slurping away like an old slurper. Like an old slapper? I'm not an old slapper. Slurper. Oh, yes. All right. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, this time we will be, as I say, sharing anecdotes from our past. We may even have a special guest who will be coming on to join us. Who is it? Bettina Dupre? Oh, well, I don't know. We'll see. We will just have to see how it goes. Oh, yes, all right. So, which one of us is going to discuss our past first? Well, I think you should, Yeti Uncle John. All right, that will be my pleasure. I thought I could tell you about another of my experiences with Trevor, the ostrich, at Big Beaky's Ostrich Emporium. There was the time that the film crew came by looking for, talented potential bird stars. Oh, really? Oh, well, and how did it go? Did they think that Trevor was a potential? Well, yes and no. You see, they were looking for what they said was a majestic bird with emotional range. Well, I'm sure Trevor had that. Well, yeah, I mean, he volunteered. He'd been rehearsing monologues from The Lion King in the mirror for weeks. I said to him at the time, your performance as Simba, it would have moved a goat to tears. Oh, sounds amazing. He was. I was very proud of him. Well, I'm sure. Yes, of course. But what did the director think? Well, I have to say the director was sceptical. I remember he said, "We need a bird who can emote, not just flap dramatically." That was a good voice. Well, thank you very much. Trevor wouldn't let that put him off. He responded by strutting into the shot, knocking over a lighting rig and staring into the camera with the intensity of a Shakespearean villain. The crew was stunned. Well, one actually whispered, "He's got it." Oh, marvellous. So what happened then? Well, I'm glad to say that Trevor was cast as the lead in Flightless Fury. It was a gritty drama about an ostrich who dreams of becoming a ballet dancer in a world that says no. His co-star was a llama named Jesus, who had a tendency to chew the scenery, quite literally. Oh dear, it's a shame when someone tries to steal all of the limelight. Oh, yeah, tell me about it. Oh dear, that Paul on the Charlotte podcast, for instance. Oh, Yeti Uncle John. Only teasing. Well, I should think so too. So then how did things go? Well, filming went well until Trevor demanded a trailer with mood lighting, a personal raisin chef, and a daily reading of Ostrich Weekly. Tensions rose. Zeus accused Trevor of method acting gone rogue, and Trevor responded by pecking his contract and storming off set. Oh dear. Oh, and the film? The film was never finished. That Zeus, the llama guy, he hosts a podcast called Beaks and Dreams, where he interviews other animals about their creative aspirations. His first guest was a pig who writes haiku. Oh, I've not heard of it. Beaks and Dreams. Interesting. Yeah, not as interesting as you'd think, but anyway. Well, most curious. Well, it's your turn now, Cromitty. Oh, yes, of course. What about telling us about some more of your, inventions? Of course. Let me think. Well, around the time that I was telling you about last episode, I did go for a spate of quite interesting inventions. At least I thought so. Oh yes, yes. I know the feeling. I've been in a similar situation. Yes, yes. One of the things I came up with was the complement mirror, fruit sock edition. I always believed that self-esteem should be fruit-powered. Fruit powered? Oh dear, I have some bad experiences with fruit. I have fructophobia, remember? Yes, I do. Oh dear. Oh, sorry. Are you having to drink again? Yes, I'm just having having a quick fizzy water. All right? Yes, all right. Oh dear. Sorry, you're mentioning fruit. I need to be prepared for such moments. Oh, Yeti Uncle John, I'm sorry. I forgot. No, it's fine. You continue in a second. All gone. Good, right. So as I was saying, I always believed that self-esteem should be fruit-powered. I built myself a mirror that only gives compliments if you're wearing socks with fruit on them. Socks with fruit on them. It's not something I'd ever wear, I'm sorry. It would be too triggering. Yes, I know, but I did this without knowing about you, so... But for instance, if you wore pineapple socks, you radiated a tropical charisma. If you wore banana socks, you were appealing in every way. But if you had no fruit socks, the mirror would sigh and say, "Come back when you're emotionally ripe." Yeah, well, was it successful? Well, yes, it became a hit amongst fashion-forward fruit enthusiasts, though it did once insult a man wearing plain grey socks so thoroughly that he took up interpretive dance just to recover. Oh, well, it's just the way it goes. Yes. Oh, dear. And what else? Well, I also invented a confession bicycle. It was a stationary bike that only pedalled if you confessed a secret. Oh, intriguing. So, for instance, someone might say, "I once ate an entire trifle meant for 12 people," and then the pedals would become engaged. Oh, a trifle meant for 12 people. I think I've probably done that at least twice this week. I'm sure you have. Anyway, you'd have to keep confessing to complete your journey. So maybe then you'd say, I still don't understand how staplers work. And then, it will allow you to pedal faster. Or you might say, I named my houseplants after my exes. What happened then? Did the bike burst into flames? At that point, you might start giving off smoke, admittedly. Oh, dear. And how was it perceived amongst the wider community? Well, it was banned from local gyms after it caused a wave of emotional oversharing and one spontaneous poetry slam. But that's I guess inevitable. Yes. Some of your ideas, your inventions seem almost as eccentric as mine. Yes, I find when we talk and we have these anecdotes that I feel even closer to you than I did before. I'm learning something new every day, and I'm learning the things we have in common. Well, I always knew you were an inventor, but I thought you were probably, more conventional. Oh, no, not really. So, another thing I invented was the time-travelling beekeeper suit. I've always felt that bees were the key to temporal navigation. Oh, really? The key to temporal navigation? Whatever that is. Well, it is quite complex. But I built a beekeeper suit that was lined with quantum pollen and a clock that only ticked when bees danced in iambic pentameter. Fascinating. And then, I mean, I know neither of us are strangers to time travel, but yes, but this was, a long while ago, before it became more commonplace. Yes, of course. So, where did you travel to? Well, I travelled briefly to 1842, and I accidentally introduced flapjacks to a confused Victorian poet. Flapjacks? Yes, I just happened to have one in my pocket, and, well, when I spoke to the confused Victorian poet, he seemed quite hungry, so I offered him a flapjack, and that was a mistake. Oh, well. Well, where else did you go? Well, I actually went to the future. I visited the year 3000, where bees had unionized and they demanded better nectar benefits. It seems only fair. I can't believe in the 21st century they don't have those sorts of rights already. Well, you know how the world is these days. Yes, I suppose. And why do I never hear about the time-travelling beekeeper suit? I mean, today, why isn't it more widely known? Well, I ended up retiring it. There was a bee named Thaddeus, and, well, he stung me in protest for being used as a time compass. I began to question my motives, and I realised that perhaps it wasn't fair on the bees. No, I see your point. What about something else? Did you invent anything else? Well, of course, I've invented many things in my time. One that might interest you is soap. Is soap that kind of critiques you as you clean. Soap that critiques me? I don't think I'd like the sound of that. Yes, it would sort of tell you about your hygiene habits. It would sort of say, oh, you've missed that bit behind your ears again, or like you call that scrubbing? I've seen sloths with more enthusiasm. Oh dear. But it wasn't all bad. I mean, once I remember it saying, bravo, you washed your hands like a Shakespearean hero escaping betrayal. It's quite fancy. Quite erudite, that bar of soap of yours. Yes. But again, once I sort of sent out the test, bars of soap to people in the village, the feedback was not always good. There was one child, the soap called a damn disappointment, and he went to bed in tears, and I got into quite a lot of trouble from his mother. Oh dear, well, I wouldn't let one person's criticism to put you off. No, but it wasn't just one, it was many. Still not as bad as my brief foray into emotionally sentient wallpaper, but you probably don't want to hear about that. Well, we could do, but I think coming up we've got a little bit of music, and when we come back, I think it's just where we have one of our guests. Yes, maybe. I'm not sure. But let's play the music and we'll find out. I hope you enjoyed that. We have a special guest on the show now. Well, his voice that you will probably know well. He's here to give us an anecdote. It's Paul the Shy Yeti. Hello. Hi. How is everyone? Gosh, I love your studio. It's a bit more high tech than the Shallow Podcast studio. Oh yes. How is the Shallow Podcast? It is, we had a few tech problems in the last few weeks and months, but years. But no, we're fine, going well. Yes, coming up to our 10th anniversary. Well, that's a wonderful achievement. Yes, it is. Where's Yeti Uncle John? I'm afraid he won't be here for this segment. He's eaten too many chocolate brioches and he's feeling a little bit sick. Oh dear. Well, I like the premise of your podcast, the telling anecdotes thing. When I heard that you were doing a podcast, I thought that you'd just go down the lines of doing quizzes or random word type things, or would you rather type things and trivia. Personally, I thought we'd be doing the same, but look where we are. Yeah, no, it's good. But you've got an anecdote for us, Paul. I do. I have an anecdote. It's the time when I went to compete in a poetry slam event. I was the only Yeti, it turned out. Most of the other competitors were yaks. Oh, yaks, yes, yaks. Yeah. So it all began in the high meadows of the Himalayas. The moon hung low like a silver lantern, and the wind whispered secrets through the prayer flags. It sounds very atmospheric. It was. So, in the Himalayas, I did have a certain following. I was known as the Shaggy Bard of the North. Oh, how nice. Yeah, I mean, I'd actually been invited to host the Poetry Slam at the Yak Yak Lounge and was expecting to perform as well. It turned out to be quite a cosy cave turned cafe type place run by a retired mountaineer and his unusually literate herd of yaks. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but anyway. But when I got there, the room was packed. There were yaks lounged on beanbags made of woven tundra grass, sipping away at steaming cups of butter tea. One particularly avant-garde yak named Tenzing even wore horn-rimmed glasses and had a notebook tucked under its hoof. There was a certain tension. It was palpable. I can imagine. So, I hadn't been nervous before I reached the Yak Yak Lounge, but suddenly, when I was there, it did feel a lot more pressurised than I imagined it would be. So I stepped up to the mic, I cleared my throat, and I began my piece. Something like this. I won't read the whole thing, but I am the echo of snow on stone, the hush between hoofbeats, the marrow of moan. I speak in frostbite, in silence, in roar, a beast with a heart and a metaphor. Turned out the crowd absolutely loved it. I needn't have worried. They went wild. One yak in the front row moved so loudly it knocked over a stack of haikus. Another began beatboxing with his nostrils. Tenzing followed with a piece entitled "Wool is not just warmth, it's identity," which earned a standing ovation and a spontaneous group hug. I pretty much stayed, I'd gone down well, but Tenzing went down even better. Oh, Paul, it's nice, though. I wonder what became of him. I'm not sure, but by the end of the night, I'd signed 3 autographs using icicles dipped in ink. I'd been invited to be a co-author of a chapbook with a yak named Lobsang, and I accidentally started a movement called Performance Art. But it was one of the best nights of my life. Oh, it sounds like a slam for the ages. How many poems did you get to read? I didn't get to read a number, but as I say, it wasn't just about me. I was kind of hosting it. It was like an open mic, and people would come up to the microphone and Yeah, gosh, I must have read half a dozen poems. I mean, I read more than anyone else, but I didn't feel like I was stealing everyone's thunder. It was a pretty level playing field. Oh, of course. Paul, why don't you read us one of the other poems that you read on that unforgettable night at the Yak Yak Lounge? Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to. The one that I feel went down particularly well was one that is called Wool Gathering in the Wind. And it goes a bit like this. I wandered where the silence grows, past icicle thrones and alpine prose. My breath a cloud, my thoughts a storm, my heart a cave both cold and warm. I met a yak with eyes like dusk, he spoke in riddles, chewed on musk. We shared a verse, we shared a stare, two beasts adrift in mountain air. The moon applauded, stars leaned in, the frost began to softly grin. And in that hush, that wool-spun trance, we danced a poem hoof to stance. So if you climb where echoes roam, and find a place that feels like home, listen close, the wind might say, even monsters dreaming grey. Oh, Paul, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was probably the atmosphere. It's sort of I don't know. It gave my voice a bit of a growly timbre, deeper than usual, and it almost felt like a lullaby, like I was lulling them to sleep. Definitely, some of them were asleep by the end. Oh, really? Yes. And Tenzing the yak, he actually wept into his scarf. There was a marmot there as well, and he fainted. Yeah, the cave echoed with reverent mooing. As I say, it was quite a night. Oh, Paul. I think, as I mentioned, Tenzing had a particularly vivid and emotional reaction to the piece, and he sort of came back at me with his own poem, which I have a copy of here, if you'd like to hear it. Oh, please do. He was, as I say, he wore these horn-rimmed glasses. He was quite the philosopher, was Tenzing. He stood up and, it went like this. It was called The Weight of Wool. The Weight of Wool, marvellous. Obviously, I can't read it with quite the same style as Tenzing, but anyway, it went like this. I was born beneath a sky that never blinked, where silence grazes thought and time is inked. My wool is not a coat, it's a chronicle of every storm I've weathered, every oracle. I chew the cud of ancient truths my horns have tangled with the roots of questions no beast dares to ask aloud. Why does the mountain wear a shroud? I've seen the snow forget its name, watched shadows play the guiltless game, and still I stand a yak, a soul, half beast, half burden, wholly whole. So speak your verse, O Yeti bold, but no, not all that's wild is cold. Some hearts beat slow, some minds grow deep, and some of us dream while we sleep. Wow. And how was that accepted? Well, the room really fell into a contemplative hush. I was just sitting there nodding solemnly, of course, and I offered Tenzing a hoof bump of respect. And I remember somebody, I think it might have been the marmot, whispering something like, that yak just dropped metaphorical fire. Oh, that's poetic in itself. Yeah. It does sound like a fascinating evening. Well, before we have to finish, I guess I should share with you what happened next. Oh, please do. Yes, please do. Well, so this verse off. We kind of did a duet, an improvised duet at the slam, myself and Tenzing. It was entitled Echoes in the Ice. I mean, even if I do say so, it was a moment of pure alpine magic, where beast met bard and poetry became prophecy. goodness, Paul. We alternated verses. I don't know if you can read Tenzing's lines. I could, yes, yes. Okay. I speak in echoes carved from stone, in solitude that feels like home. My fur is frost, my voice is flame, a myth with marrow, not just name. I walk the path of burdened grace, a pilgrim with a woolen face. My silence hums, my stillness sings. I carry mountains, not just things. We are the hush before the howl, the wisdom in the winter's scowl, not monsters, no, just misunderstood, with poetry stitched into our hood. So let them climb, let them seek, let them find us not so bleak. For in this cave, this frozen dome, we've built a hearth, we've made a home. Let verses drift like falling snow, let hoof and claw in rhythm go. For even beasts in icy lands can write with warmth and join their hands. Oh, I bet the crowd loved that. Oh yes, the crowd really erupted. The marmot fainted again. There was even a snow leopard. It snapped its claws in appreciation, and I like to think that somewhere deep in the mountains, the wind carried our words across the peaks like a lullaby for the wild. Well, it's lovely to hear this anecdote. I'd never heard you speak about the Yak Yak Lounge. I don't speak about it enough, probably. But well, Paul, thank you very much for coming on the Yeti Spitty show. I hope that your technology issues are resolved soon, and I hope you do some more Yeti Spaghetti show episodes because. I'm proud that the Shy Life podcast can be a jumping off point for you and Yeti Uncle John. I hope Yeti Uncle John's feeling better. I hope so. I think he should be back in the next segment. We have another guest. Oh, marvellous. Marvellous. Good. Great. Okay. I'll let you get on with it. Thank you, Paul. Our listeners, have a listen to this music. When we come back, our next guest will be here. Yeti Uncle John, are you sure you'll be okay for this bit? Yes, of course I'll be fine. Hello, listeners. Yes, I'm here. I'm back. I'm feeling much better. We've got another guest. Star of stage and screen. It's Bettina Dupre.
Oh, darling, how are we? Oh, dear, you look a bit pale.
Yes, but the listeners can't see that. I'm fine. Yes.
It's so nice to be on your little show. Oh, darling. The Yeti Spaghetti Show. What a lovely name.
Oh, thank you, yes. I wondered if you'd like to share an anecdote about your career, Bettina.
Oh, darling, I'd love to. Absolutely. Ugh.
I believe you've had a successful two-woman show recently with Charlotte Shade.
Oh, yes. It went mostly very well. But, yes. Well, one of the anecdotes that seemed to get the most applause from the audience, I don't know why, well, it is a little anecdote I like to call the corset and the corgi.
Oh, yes. Go on.
Well, darling, it was the summer of 1974. I just landed a role in a touring production of The Importance of Being Earnest. I was playing Gwendolyn Fairfax, and naturally, because who else could carry off lace gloves and disdain with such flair? Only me, darling.
Oh, absolutely.
So anyway, one evening in a particularly grand manor house in Wiltshire where the company was performing for a charity gala, I found myself in a predicament. Just before curtain up, my corset snapped. Not gently either, catastrophically, with a sound like a cannon firing through taffeta.
Oh dear. These things must be most concerning, in the middle of a live performance.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely panicked, but, ever the professional, I improvised. I borrowed a silk scarf from a duchess in the front row and tied it round my waist. It gave me quite an elegant look that the audience assumed was just a bold costume choice, and the show went on.
Oh, marvellous. Quick thinking there, Bettina.
Yes, quick thinking. Anyway, the real twist came in Act 2, when a real corgi, just wandered onto the stage. It appeared to have escaped from the drawing room of the house we were performing in. Rather than look awkward about it, I scooped up the dog and I delivered my lines with it nestled in my arms. I tried to make it look as if Oscar Wilde himself had written it into the script, and I believe nobody noticed. Well, not only did they not notice, but the audience absolutely erupted in applause. The Duchess, the one I borrowed the scarf from, she wept, and I believe the corgi was knighted.
Knighted? How did that happen?
Well, just happened on that particular evening. Having received a standing ovation, I also received a handwritten note from Princess Margaret. She was in the audience. I guess she talked to her sister, and that's how the corgi ended up getting knighted. I don't quite know why the corgi got knighted and I didn't, but never mind. Anyway.
Oh, a handwritten note from Princess Margaret. That's pretty good. That's pretty special.
Yes, darling, I'll always remember the words she wrote. Divine chaos, she wrote. Encore.
Oh, marvellous. Oh, that's lovely. I think the listeners will have loved hearing that tale. But what about another one?
Oh, if I must. Let me think. I call this one the Venetian wig fiasco. That'll go down nicely. I know our good friend Paul is quite a fan of Venice. Or did you mean Venusian? Venusian or Venetian? Oh, darling, I've been to both places, but no, in this case, Venetian, as in Venice, not Venus.
Oh, sorry. Go, please, do go on.
Yes. Well, it was 1982. I'd been invited to perform a monologue at a masked ball in Venice. I arrived in full regalia. I had a crimson velvet gown, an ostrich feather fan, and a powdered wig so tall it could have housed a family of sparrows.
Did it?
Darling?
Did it, house a family of sparrows?
Oh, yes, darling. It definitely did. And maybe a couple of pigeons.
Oh, you're right.
Anyway, the venue was a palazzo overlooking the Grand Canal. It was lit by chandeliers and an occasional flicker of scandal. I was to perform a piece from La Voile Humaine. But just at the moment I stepped onto the makeshift stage, which was a marble fountain rim, no less, a gust of wind from an open window sent my wig sailing out into the night.
Oh, good grief.
Yes, well, it landed with operatic precision on the head of a gondolier passing below, who mistook it as a divine sign and began serenading the crowd with "O Sole Mio."
Goodness.
Anyway, I didn't let it faze me. I continued my performance, bareheaded, as it were. I improvised a line about lost identity and Venetian ghosts, and, well, the audience just thought it was avant-garde theatre, and they all wept openly. I do believe one countess even fainted.
Oh, well, it's a sign of a good production when a countess faints.
Yes, I always think so, darling. I do believe a critic from Lake Figaro described it as a transcendental meditation on impermanence.
It's marvellous.
Yes.
Did you ever see the wig again?
Oh, I did, yes. Later that evening, the gondolier returned the wig, slightly damp and smelling faintly of Prosecco, but, yes, he asked me to marry him. I considered it for a moment, but instead I gave him a signed photo and a bottle of Chanel No. 5.
well, it's, yes, amazing. Well, we're nearly running out of time, but, Bettina, one last anecdote, perhaps?
Oh, of course, darling. Well, I am rather the connoisseur of theatrical chaos. I love it. But let me think. I like to call this one The Parrot and the Prince.
The Parrot and the Prince, very nice.
Yes, darling, it was 1991. I'd been cast in a daring open-air production of Hamlet in the gardens of a minor European royal summer estate. I was playing Gertrude, naturally, because, who else can deliver "O Hamlet, speak no more" with such a trembling grandeur?
I guess it must be you.
Of course. There was a twist.
Oh, right.
Yes, the prince's prize parrot, a blue and gold macaw named Voltaire, had taken a liking to me during the rehearsals. He used to perch on my shoulder, nibble my earrings, and occasionally squawk "to be or not to be" with quite unnerving conviction.
Yes, I can understand that would be slightly unnerving.
Anyway, opening night arrived. The audience was a mix of aristocrats, diplomats, and one very confused American tourist who thought he was attending a wine tasting. But anyway, I stepped into the garden cloaked in velvet, ready to deliver my soliloquy. I was just about to begin when Voltaire the parrot swooped in from a nearby tree and landed on my head.
Oh dear, not another wig situation.
I managed to incorporate him into the scene, a bit like I had with the corgi in my previous anecdote.
Oh, yes.
As I say, I incorporated Voltaire into the scene. I turned my monologue into a dialogue, asking Voltaire rhetorical questions about mortality and betrayal. The parrot responded with Polonius, an out-damned spot, clearly confused but committed to the role.
Oh, that's very good.
Yes, well, it seems the audience was spellbound. There was quite a lot of pearl clutching, and one of the dukes whispered something about postmodernism.
Yes, well, I can see why that would be the case.
I believe the newspapers described it as the most emotionally resonant performance ever given by a woman and a bird.
Oh, that sounds like a great review.
It's a great review. And after the show, well, I was offered a diplomatic posting in Monaco. I sadly had to decline, as I was doing 2 weeks in Emmerdale Farm the following week. However, I was also offered a lifetime supply of birdseed, which I did accept, and I was also offered Voltaire himself, but I did politely refuse that. Turns out he had a bit of a gambling problem, and it's the last thing I needed, especially in 1991.
Well, Bettina, thank you very much for your story. I mean, for all your anecdotes this episode. It's been marvellous. I hope you'll come back on the show again.
I will indeed, darling, I will indeed.
Right, well, listeners, if you'd like to listen to some music now when we come back, Probity and I will be back just to wind up the show and maybe share a couple more anecdotes from our own lives.
Oh, darling, do you mind if I sit and listen?
No, of course not. Okay, thank you. Have a listen, listeners. Well, listeners, here we are for our final two anecdotes. Once more between Yeti, Uncle John and myself. Who should begin? Well, Comedy, I think you should. I want to hear about another one of your inventions. Yes, well, I thought this time I'd tell you about the time I built a tower out of Brussels sprouts. Or, as we call it at the time, the Tower of Sproutitude. Yes. Please continue. It's a tale so green, so leafy, so structurally unsound that it's still whispered about in the cabbage circles of Sprockle on Wig. Oh, very juicy. Please, go ahead. Well, one morning over breakfast, I was deep in a pile of toast and marmalade, and, I had been thinking about the whole construction industry, and I felt that a lot of building that was going on in Sprockle on Wig lacked a certain emotional crunch. I felt I wanted to build something of my own, a construct that was bold, organic, and, slightly smelly. And the result of my thoughts was the Tower of Sproutitude. Oh, we're back to food again. It's not fruits, though, is it? It's vegetables. Yes, vegetables, Yeti, Uncle John. You're okay with most vegetables? To a point, yes. Anyway, so I began to, draw a blueprint using gravy on a napkin, and I imagined, 4,000 Brussels sprouts, preferably the passive-aggressive types. I also required a foundation made of mashed potato and a spiral staircase woven from spaghetti and regret. I believe the tower would be a monument to misunderstood vegetables and vertical ambition. Yes, who are you going to, get to build it? Well, I kind of wanted an in-house team, as it were. Oh, it's understandable. Yes, so I asked Gerald the Mop to be my chief structural engineer. Oh yes, the sentient mop. Yes, the Cuthbert of his day. Yes. And then Denise the squirrel, you remember her? Oh yes, the one that was inside the hat last time. Absolutely. I decided that Denise would be the head of sprout procurement. Oh yes. So it was just the three of you? Oh no. I also had a choir of disgruntled parsnips, just for morale. Disgruntled parsnips. Well, fair enough. So how did you progress from there? Well, the sprouts were stacked using a patented leaf lock method, which involved whispering affirmations to each sprout before placing it. I felt that this brought an improved cohesion to the construction, and the tower rose slowly, slightly wobbly, but anyway, eventually it reached a majestic height of 17.3 feet. So 17.3 feet, goodness. By this point, villagers were gathering to admire it, and some wept, others sneezed. One man proposed to his fiancée at the base, only to be interrupted by a falling sprout that somehow managed to knock him out. Oh, well, most unfortunate. Yes, a little bit, but it wasn't the only problem. I'm afraid, I don't know, at some point I must have made an incorrect calculation, and disaster struck. Oh dear, disaster struck. I never like it when disaster strikes. It's always disastrous. Yes, very disastrous. Anyway, there was a rogue pigeon passing by. I believe his name was Vladimir. He mistook the tower for a salad bar and began pecking aggressively at it. The sprouts were already quite emotionally fragile. It wasn't something they were used to, and they panicked. The tower swayed, it groaned, and then it collapsed in a glorious cascade of leafy chaos. I remember I just stood there. I felt like I needed to say something, and, well, I spoke to the audience. What did you say? I don't know. It's maybe a little bit pretentious, but I said, it was never meant to stand, it was meant to feel. Oh, goodness. Those are strong words. Yes. You see, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't say it was a problem in the blueprints, because who could have known that Vladimir the pigeon would have come past? This is true, but I guess somebody would have come. If it wasn't Vladimir, somebody would have come. Trevor the ostrich, for instance. I don't think Trevor the ostrich would have come all the way to your village, all the way from New Zealand, especially as he can't fly, but I know what you mean. Yes. Anyway, I was banned from using vegetables as architectural materials at this point. Still, the Sprout Tower lives on in legend and probably in the occasional soup even today. That's quite something, Cromarty. Quite something. Thank you. Yes. Oh. Would you like to hear any more? I think it's time for me to talk now. Oh, what a shame if we run out of time already. I was going to tell you about the time I tried to teach philosophy to a loaf of bread, but I can save that for next episode. I think that would be a good idea. I'll save it. Okay. What about you? Are you going to tell us more about Trevor? Yes, I think I will. Well, this time I'll have a story. Well, I think you're going to love, Cromarty. Oh yes, I'm sure I will. It's a splashy tale of ambition, delusion, and wet feathers. Goodness, it's a story I like to call the Great Ostrich Synchronized Swimming Fiasco. Oh my! So please. It all began when Trevor, you remember Trevor, he and I were watching a documentary on Olympic synchronised swimming. Actually, we were watching it through the window of Marjorie's living room. I couldn't afford TV myself, so we used to have to sneak in. And anyway, oh dear. And anyway, something in him clicked. He gathered the rest of the flock and declared, "We shall be gracefully aquatic icons." Oh, well. How marvellous. I take it that it wasn't quite as simple as that. Well, there were some immediate logistic issues. Oh, I imagine there would be. Yes, well, ostriches can't swim for one thing. And the farm's only water source was a shallow duck pond. And Kevin insisted on choreographing the routine using only tap dancing and smoke signals. Oh gosh, right. But things progressed. Yes, undeterred, the birds trained daily. Their pool was actually a kiddie splash pad filled with hose water and optimism. They practiced formations like the spiralling beak, the feather tsunami, and the upside-down existential crisis. Trevor was in charge, and the whole flock wore swim caps and goggles over their beaks. And I remember Trevor refused to take them off, even during lunch. Oh gosh! And what about Marjorie? Well, Marjorie, ever supportive, composed a dramatic score entitled Ode to Wet Plumage. And she even sang it live during rehearsals. I do remember the goats complaining and the ducks moved out, but otherwise it went down very well. Oh, good. And then the big day. Oh, the big day. The big performance was scheduled for the local agricultural fair. A whole crowd gathered. The birds strutted to the splash pad, took their positions, and on cue they leapt in. Oh, yes, it was absolute chaos. Oh dear. Yes, absolute chaos. Feathers flew. Trevor attempted a triple pirouette and landed on a wheelbarrow. One of the other members of the team belly flopped with such force that he splashed the mare. Another ostrich got stuck in a lawn chair. The synchronised part was mostly just screaming. Oh, Yeti Uncle John, I'm so sorry. Well, I wasn't the one who, did the choreography or did the teaching, but Trevor did, and I was responsible for Trevor, so I did feel, yes, of course, it was part of you because Trevor was part of you. Well, exactly. Still, it wasn't all bad. The judges awarded us most enthusiastic attempt at aquatic artistry, and I wanted to demand a recount, but Trevor declared it a triumph and began planning a sequel. Oh, yes, more swimming? No, he wanted to try ostrich ice skating, but in the end it never came about. Well, Yeti Uncle John, your story is fascinating, but we have run out of time, listeners. We have run out of time. So, join us again next time on the Yeti Spaghetti Show, and we'll have more anecdotes and more special guests with their stories. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, thank you for listening, listeners. And yes, please do join us again. All right. Bye for now. Goodbye, listeners. Goodbye. So, how did it go, Promety? It went fine. I worried that I didn't thank the special guests, well, as you're one of them. Oh, it's fine. You just put it in the show notes. Oh, good. Bettina told some wonderful stories. Yes, I think it was a success. Not even a partial success. I think it was a complete success. Oh, well, I mean, I look forward to hearing it. Obviously, I was part of it. I was part of the show to a certain extent. So I think the bit that I did was pretty darn good. I'd say that was a total success, not a partial success. So I imagine the rest of the show was just the same. Your anecdotes, both you and Yeti Uncle John, they're very good. And obviously Bettina does this sort of thing for a living. Yes, that's true. Well, where is Yeti Uncle John? Where's Bettina, for that matter? I'm not sure. I can hear the theme music coming. Can you? Oh, yes, it's your theme music, and not my theme music. I got confused then. Yes, but I suppose we ought to go and find them. Yes. Yes. Where can they have got to? Yeti Show. The Yeti Spaghetti Show. Oh yes, the Yeti Spaghetti Show. It's so much fun. Come and join us again soon. Yes, come back. This will be here again anytime now. The Yeti Spaghetti Show. Yeti Spaghetti Show. Anyway, I'd call this one the case of the missing hay bale. It started on a foggy Tuesday morning. The hay bale, farm stack number 42, it was missing, vanished, without a trace. Marjorie, she was still wearing her opera cape, but also a monocle. She declared, "This is sabotage," and she immediately formed a task force, the Beaky Bureau of Investigation, which Trevor and myself were part of. Trevor, of course, was leading the charge. He donned a trench coat made from a repurposed dog blanket and insisted on being called Detective K. I was his sidekick. I took a bird nickname for that day and agreed to be called Feathers McPluck. I was armed with a magnifying glass, and for some reason Trevor kept wanting to eat it, but anyway. I would best describe the investigation as intense. We interrogated the goats. They got their lawyers involved, which slowed things down. We dusted a paddock for footprints, but mostly just found our own. And Trevor created a suspect board featuring photos of every animal on the farm, including a very suspicious-looking duck named Carl. Meanwhile, Trevor discovered hay residue near the compost heap and declared it a clue. I disagreed with him, but and I didn't want to say anything, but I felt like he'd probably planted the evidence to boost his promotion chances. Tensions did flare, and the chickens staged a walkout in protest of beak profiling. But then there was a breakthrough. Barbara the sheep was caught red-hoofed, lounging on a suspiciously fluffy mattress. It was the hay bale, rearranged, fluffed and turned into a luxury sheep spa. Barbara claimed she found it like that and refused to answer further questions without snacks. Anyway, the case was closed. Trevor held a press conference to an audience of ducks, and well, he declared success, victory, mainly for himself. Trevor wrote a blog about it called Haywire, My Life in the Beakline, and Marjorie sang a dramatic aria entitled Justice in the Straw. The hay was returned. Barbara was mildly annoyed, and for many years afterwards, Trevor offered private investigation services and wore sunglasses indoors. I don't know how many cases he had. It wasn't long after that I moved on from the farm, and anyway.
Oh, darling, such a wonderful story. Oh, don't tell me that's the end of the whole Trevor saga.
Oh no, there's probably one or two more anecdotes I can share on another episode, but I do have a lot of other anecdotes.
Oh, darling, we should do a show together. You should come with me.
Oh, I don't know what Charlotte would think of that.
Oh, darling, as much as I love Charlotte, there's no reason why I can't work with other people.
Yes, I have often thought about, writing my memoirs. I did try once, but Paul accused me of exaggerating, and I remember that. Yeti Uncle John, I remember when you wrote your memoirs. Yes, you did. You kept putting things in. I had to fact check it, and most of it turned out not to be true at all.
Oh, darling, these stories about Trevor, they're all true, aren't they, Yeti Uncle John?
Of course, yes. Well, anyway, it's time to go. Look, this is my show, Paul. Well, technically it is your show on my show. So, oh dear. Well,
think about it, darling. Even if it's just a one-off,
Oh, yes, I will think about it, Bettina. Thank you for the offer and your kind support. Dear Yeti Uncle John. Bettina, you really should encourage him.
Oh, darling, I love him. As my friend Tappy would say, Yeti Uncle John is such a caution. Oh, dear.
Yes, I believe she would say that. Okay. Do you want a gin and tonic?
Oh, I'd love one, darling.
We'll put it on the Yeti Spaghetti Show expenses sheet.
Oh, darling, you're so cheeky.
Well, why not?
Oh, darling, exactly. Why not?
Seven hundred I said word.